Welcome to the We Brand New podcast. This is how to get more sales, clothing brand marketing strategy. Everyone wants to know, it's how to get more sales. And like at this point in my career, I've talked to thousands of startup fashion brands, thousands. And by talk to, I mean like listen to and learned what it is that they actually need help with. Because if I'm going to spend the time and energy to create all of this free content, I want to actually make sure that it's useful, right? So from what I can tell, is startup brands, clothing brands especially, have two main problems. And the first is finding a supply chain partner, and the second is actually selling their product. Now, today I'm going to tackle sales and why a clothing brand marketing strategy is so important to your business success. So, the fashion industry, hands down, is hard to navigate, but I'm here to make it much easier for you, okay? But before we get started, I want you to click the link in the description to sign up to our free mini course to help you get started on your brand. Also, by signing up to this course, you enter into our VIP list where you get delicious discounts on our custom print and embroidery, and also you get access to our backend, which allows you to, communicate with other suppliers and get the latest state-of-the-art marketing tips. Okay, so let's jump into the meat and the bones, okay? So this post is actually inspired by someone in our Facebook group. I won't name their name. Anyway, a few days ago, they posted in a group asking basically why everyone was there and what they could help with. This person is actually, really quite hands-on, and they really like to help others like us at We Brand New. And that basically turned into everyone saying that, they were there to increase their sales and that they were disappointed, that when they posted in the group, no one was buying their goods and services. Now, let me be clear. In our Facebook group, it isn't a place to promote your clothing brand or your clothing line, okay? It's not there to help you get sales. It's there as a support group to revitalize, inspire, and motivate you and educate you on ways to get more sales. It's not actually a it's not actually a way to get sales. So trying to use the Facebook group for shameless self-promotions is a terrible strategy, okay? They're like meaning like there's more brands than customers in these groups, obviously, right? And we'll talk about that later. But before we get into what actually is a good clothing brand strategy and what it entails, we need to understand what marketing strategies actually are. And I don't think people actually understand what a marketing strategy is, and I'm here to clear that up. Now, the first thing you need to know about marketing is that it's not just one thing. It's a collection of all different things, right? It's a collection of all different things that a brand does to promote its business. Marketing is advertising, it's influencers, it's photo shoots, it's creating content, it's social media, it's PR, it's email blasts, it's collaborations, it's sponsored events, and there's so much more, right? But the secret to a good marketing is not to just be doing all of these things. It's to be doing them so that they complement one another, okay? The trick is to have all of your social media channels helping to grow your email list and your blog, right? And your blog is not to just not get more sales, but it's to grow your community. So eventually all of your efforts start to work together in this synergetic web, okay? All complementing each other. So basically marketing is just all sales levers working at the same time, right? It's super complicated, and there are ways to learn it and to do more. But at the same time, once you do master it, you're onto a winner. That's when your sales are gonna multiply. That's when companies are gonna want to start buying your brand from you because you built such a strong marketing customer base. And all of these things. Now, at this point, most people start to get overwhelmed, and that's normal. You start to feel, yeah, but if it's that complicated, like, how are you going to do it? But let's keep going through, and I'll look to simplify it even further, right? So the first lesson that I want to teach you is that my target audience is between 24 and 34-year-olds, okay? That's just the facts. My target market is between 24 and 34-year-olds. 24 to 34-year-old entrepreneurs that are interested in growing a clothing brand. Now, that's probably you. That's highly likely you. If I've done my job right, that's you. Now, here's what I see most people online doing. When I ask them, who is your clothing brand audience? Who is your ideal customer? They tend to reply, yeah, my clothing brand is for everyone. And that is a cardinal sin. That's the number one sin that I hear all the time, and you got to stop doing it. I don't want you to have that mindset. That mindset will allow you to fail really quick, because nothing out there is for everyone, okay? And if you try, there's an old saying, if you try to target everyone, you'll end up targeting no one, because everyone's different. Everyone needs to be told different things, okay? When you're 18, you want to hear certain things in a certain way, which is different to when you're 35. I remember when I was 18, there wasn't a lot anyone could tell me. I thought I knew it all, okay? Now at 33, I realize how little I know. Yeah, I might know more than I did at 18, but I realize how little I know. And there's a wise saying that says, a wise man knows that he knows nothing, okay? So you have to market different things to different people. So there's no point in your clothing brand being for everyone, okay? It has to be for a specific set of people. It has to be for a specific set age group. It has to be for a specific set of interests that they have, right? It's only when you really niche down, right, and you say, my clothing brand is for, 18 to 30-year-olds that are interested in hip-hop music, that enjoy going to the gym, okay, and like dating on the weekends. That's how specific you have to be about your brand, okay? Because when you're this specific, you're going to know exactly who to target in terms of your Facebook ads, in terms of your Instagram adverts, in terms of your content, because you've said, my clothing brand is for people that are into hip-hop, okay, that like to date on the weekends and like to go to the gym. So your imagery is going to be of stuff in the gym, is going to be of guys on dates, looking suave, dressed to the nines, that enjoy hip hop. Like you're going to know straight away the type of person that will be interested in your stuff. So your content is going to mirror that, okay? It's going to give you a roadmap to creating quality content that is going to attract your ideal client and your ideal customer, okay? And that's so key. I want you to, if you take away nothing today, take away that. You have to be super, super, super niched and narrow in what you're trying to, in attracting. You have to know who your clothing brand is for. And here's the caveat though. If someone that isn't into hip hop music, isn't into dating on the weekends, but they only like going to the gym, if they come along and see your brand and they buy it, great. That's a bonus. You've now got someone outside of your target audience to buy. However, that's a bonus. That's an extra. That's the cherry on the top. Okay, that's not your target audience. That's just someone that's come along and happened to see your brand and like it. Okay. So don't rely on those other people. Don't try and grab the whole market. Try and grab a small part of the market. And if you happen to attract a few other people along the way, great. It's extra cash for you. It's extra sales. Delicious. Okay? But other than that, don't rely on it. Okay? Now, like I said, when it comes to marketing, you need to only ever be marketing. And what I mean by that is you need to spend a large portion, at least 80% of your time marketing, okay? Not uploading your products to eBay, Shopify, Amazon. It's not speaking to suppliers and getting prices and new catalogs. It's none of that. It's marketing. It's, creating content, like I said earlier, posting on Instagram, running Facebook ads, checking your Facebook ads, editing your old Facebook ads to refresh them up, making YouTube videos, right? Cold calling people, speaking to your friends and family. It's getting the word out there as much as possible, right? And it's what we call awareness. In this industry, it's what we call awareness. That is your marketing. Okay, if you think about marketing as a megaphone, you know those huge things that people tend to have on video shoots, movie shoots, that projects their voice. You know, "Rah, rah, 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 could everybody please step to the side?" You know, it's your marketing is your megaphone, right? So you've got a message, you've got a product that you want to help people with, right? And you want to sell to people. And your marketing is just your megaphone. It's holding it up to your mouth and getting it out there to create awareness. Because if you just use your normal voice, that guy at the back is not going to hear your voice if you say it, I've got a product now. But if you use a megaphone, it amplifies your voice. And that's what marketing is doing. It's amplifying your voice, amplifying your message, and amplifying your product to create more awareness. That's all you're doing, okay? So you want to spend most of the time creating awareness, because that awareness is going to get people to introduce them to your brand for the first time, your clothing brand for the first time. And then after that, they can later become, a potential customer. But without that initial introduction to your brand, they ain't ever going to be able to become a customer, okay? So that's what I want you to keep in mind as well. And last but not least, in having a strong, solid marketing strategy, okay, is understanding how you make your money. Now, you might think, yeah, but what does that mean? What do you mean, how do I make my money? You have to understand how you make your money, okay? And understanding the difference between revenue and profit, okay? It's going to save you so much time from, losing out in the world of online advertising, okay? Because revenue is how much you sell your products for. So let's say you sell 10 t-shirts, you sell t-shirts for £100 each, okay? And you sell 1,000 t-shirts a year. Your revenue is going to be 100,000. So technically you're a six-figure seller, okay? But you still need to work out your gross profit, or your gross income and your net income. And whatever's left is going to give you your marketing budget. So what I mean by that is, if you have, let's simplify it even further. If you've got a t-shirt and it costs £10, okay? For example, £10. And it costs you £2 to make, that leaves you with £8 left, okay? If you pay your salary, which per t-shirt sold is £2, okay, you're now left with £6, okay? Now, out of that £6, you might have to pay shipping on it, okay, which is £1, and now you're left with £5, okay? So really, what you want to be doing is that £5 which is left could now become a marketing budget, okay? It's going to allow you to get sales. But if you spend the entire £5 to get a sale, okay, if it costs you £5 to get every sale, okay, you're making double your money, okay? So you're spending £5 and you're getting back £5, okay? So total, you're making £10, okay? After you do your deductions, your marketing, you're left with £0, okay? So you're actually making a 2x return on your money, okay? You're making what we call a 2 times return on your money, which is a good return on investment, okay? It's a good return on investment. However, once you start to be able to get a sale on you, or every sale or marketing sale costs you £2, right? And you sell your product for 10, you've now made a 5x return on your money, okay? Which is even better than a 2x. Now, the more X's you can get as a return on investment, the more profit you're gonna make, because it's common sense, right? If it costs you £2 to get every customer as opposed to £5 to get every customer, then if you spend £5 on marketing today, you're gonna get 1 customer, okay? Whereas if you spend £5 and it costs you £2 to get a customer, then you're gonna make 2 customers. So you start to. I hope I'm not confusing you here, but I want you to understand that it should become clockwork at some point, right? It's where you say, okay, if I spend £1,000 on ads today, okay, I'm gonna get a 5x on my money, which means that if I spend £1,000 on ads today, I'm gonna make £5,000 today. Okay. If I spend £100 on ads today, I'm gonna make £500 in sales today. Okay. It's not guessing. Once you've got your marketing strategy down, excuse me, and you've got a good strategy in place, it starts to become reliable. And that's what a system is. It's something that you can rely on. Okay, a marketing strategy and a marketing system that works is one that you can rely on. It produces a repeatable profit. Okay, it produces repeatable results, which, like I said, once you start to know your numbers, you can say, okay, you know what? I want to get a 10 grand a loan from the bank for my marketing and advertising. Okay, I'm gonna spend the 10 grand, and because I know that I get a 5x return on my marketing investment, I know that this 10 grand is gonna become 50k worth of sales. Okay, it's not guessing. Like, Nike is not guessing, Prada is not guessing, Gucci is not guessing, Adidas is not guessing in terms of the marketing return that they're getting back. They know their numbers. So then it's just a case of, okay, how much do you want to spend, or how much do you want to make? Because if you want to make 100 grand right now, this week, then you know that you have to spend 20k in marketing this week, because you've been getting a 5x return on your money. A 5x return, 10x return, or whatever, it just times in your marketing budget by 5. Okay, that's gonna give you your revenue. That's gonna give you the amount of goods sold. So, hope that makes sense. You need to have a clear marketing strategy moving forward. Without one, you're going to be confused, and you're not going to make sales, and you're going to be wondering why. You're going to be wondering why everything is so hard to navigate. Okay, without it. So, like I said before, I want you to sign up for my VIP list. Click the link in the description box below to get the latest state-of-the-art marketing tips for your clothing brand and get delicious discounts on custom print and embroidery. Okay, so go ahead, click the link in the description box below. Thank you for tuning into the podcast episode, and I will definitely see you in the next podcast episode next week. Take care. Peace.